Hello, my friends. Yay, I see Richard. You're working on lyrics yourself now. Oh, that's cool. Lyrics, simultaneous lyrics making. Yes, synchronized lyrics. And Gojarito, hi. I hope you're doing well. I know I am. We had fun with Music Monday last night, didn't we? And we're going to have some fun with some fairy tale this week. Hoping to get these lyrics knocked out and hoping to record also this week so that we can focus on mixing and getting up Tsuki no Mayu the following week. Work is still coming along. We're still working on the animations and they should be up. We're actually probably going to post this video up like midweek. So we may have it maybe Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see. And there'll be, I'll announce it when it goes up because we've already finished all the live streams for that. It's basically ready to go. We just have to pop in those animations and it's going to look really cool. There's going to be an epic sword training battle. So it's going to be awesome when you see the final result. You're not going to want to miss it. So I will be announcing it, but look forward to that sometime this week. I can't tell you exactly when, but then not this Saturday, but the Saturday after, the epic Tsuki no Mayu is coming out. Basically wrapping up the final draft of the audio right now for Tsuki no Mayu. And Ryu is here. I saw you. Woo! Yeah, work is going to be a lot of work. Calling it now. This will be the best English cover of Masayume Chasing so far. Short one had the best vocals I've heard. You're so sweet. People want to hear me sing boa songs, but I don't sing boa songs that well. But I'll try my best. I hope I can do the range. Boa's voice is like about that much higher than mine. Oh, I should stick to guy songs. But anyway, let's bring Ryu on board. I believe you are ready, so I'll give you a 10 countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and call. Hopefully the microphone works and all that. Do. Oh, you misclicked. That's all right. Do I need to call you back?
Nope, it's fine.
Oh, good. I hear you. Yay. And yeah, this is going to be the best English cover of Masayume Chasing. You better believe it. Not biased at all.
I'm just rearranging all my windows so I can. I realized I should actually look at what the stream chat is saying during this rather than just burying my face in the Words document.
Yeah, you gotta keep up with the crowd. That's what streaming's all about. They are our friends. They deserve your attention.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is going to be really cool. I was briefly going through this. I'm not as familiar with this song as I would like to be, but I guess I'm going to about to get familiar with it. But you never heard me say that before. Um,
I
so,
don't know this song or this artist either. Like,
yeah,
I don't know Fairy Tale. I know of it, but I've never seen it or read it.
Fairy Tale is one of those like epic evergreen anime that basically everybody's heard of. So, if like you're a fan of anime, you know this series, even if you haven't watched it, you know of it. It's very epic and it's a very good story. Some seasons are better than others, of course, as long running series tend to be. Um,
Yeah,
but
all
yeah.
long runners are that way.
It's really fun. And Boa is a very famous K-pop singer, but she also sings
Wait,
in Japanese
I
and
was gonna say she's
English.
Korean?
Yeah, she's Korean.
Huh, I would not have guessed that because, like the
Boa
Japanese,
Kwan. Yeah.
there's there's nothing funky about it. Generally speaking, it was the only part of this that was hard was the rap section. I hate raps, and I threw in so many extra S's just to punish you for that. Okay, now
You're
I get
mean. And Richard, I agree. Gray Filibuster shirtless is a huge factor to me knowing I go both ways.
it.
Yes.
Who is Grateful? I'm
He
going to
uses
ask.
he uses ice magic and his shtick is that his clothes keep on coming off. Um,
At least they at least it seems like fan service is equal opportunity.
Yeah, we're all equal opportunity with our anime. Fairy Tale is no exception. So, gosh, there's so many great character designs. I don't know if you'd like Gray or not. I don't think he's really your type. He's a little bit more beachy. Um,
No, he's like more realistic than the
yeah, he's
exaggerated thing I would like in um art, but yeah, he looks nice.
yeah, he's not like super feminine beachy, but he does have that beachy face. Um,
Yeah,
he got muscles though. He got some muscles.
yeah, yeah. I noticed.
Um, what oh, what's his name? Why can't I remember the name? I watched Fairy Tale so long ago. The last time I watched it was when the final season aired.
When was
Um,
that?
that was like a couple years ago, I think. Man, my brain is cheese. But
That's not
yeah, Gajil, yeah, that guy is kind of what I think of as more your style.
um. Let me look up a picture and see.
Wonder if I can find a picture. If that's the right name, I could be misremembering.
Oh no, I found a picture. In some ways, yeah. I'm not a big fan of facial piercings though.
Ah, but he's the kind of stature I think you appreciate.
Yeah,
So
and other than the rap section, this was actually very easy. Like, if it
I
were not for the rap section, this would win easiest song.
ah yeah, I was going through this. I don't think there are too many problems at all. And I even think the rap section works out. I'm gonna have to go through it some more, of course. But like you did fine with this. You didn't seem to struggle.
No, I didn't.
No
I'm
iffy
sure it might
sections.
have. I'm sure it might have like a hiccup here or there. I had
Yeah.
to slow down parts of it. You know, when you slow down Japanese singers, you can sometimes hear that they're actually pronouncing extremely quickly what sounds like a dropped sound.
Oh my
Like,
gosh. I believe it. I believe it.
well, because what's going on with the like su chi ku ki when you can hear him just pronounce like or k. or whatever, they're actually pronouncing the vowel, they're just devoicing it.
Huh.
So there's no vocal resonance, but the mouth still forms the shape of the vowel. Though without vocal cord resonance, you don't really get any sound,
Mm.
or you get extremely little sound.
They have their own kind of shadow syllables going on.
Yeah, that's the reason that it's sometimes hard to tell whether it's shte or shte. Like it's when you articulate it, it also feels like when I articulate deshta, it feels like deshta, two syllables.
Yeah, it feels like
Though
two
I'm
syllables.
though I'm vaguely cognizant of a third ghost syllable being somewhere under the surface, like deshta. Like the sh is kind of a
Yeah.
syllable, but it's also kind of not.
I'm a little bit of a hypocrite because I would say that I always want to preserve the actual syllables of the original language. However, when push comes to shove, I will choose to go by what it sounds like more than the reality a lot of the time, as far as choosing English words, because English is a slower language than Japanese. So I feel like
English is
combining some of those fast syllables is acceptable in the end.
the thing about Japanese. Japanese is wind. Japanese is air. English is water.
Mm.
You can move much more quickly through air than you can through water.
Ah, yep, yep. Japanese is, I feel,
And
is
sometimes
meant for singing. It feels so good to sing because
sometimes
it's so,
English is mud
yeah, English can be
by
so muddy.
comparison.
All these thick syllables. You have like one single syllable in Japanese, one single syllable in English. They are not equal.
Japanese is usually much faster, and its syllables are also only ever monomoraic or bimoraic,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
I'm not too familiar with those terms, but I think I get your gist.
You only have either one or two sort of units of sound. Like you have a, I, u, e, o, and n.
Mm.
And you cannot have, or you could have, so you can have an, in, un, en, on as your heavy syllables are a, I, u, e, o. You can't have on. That that doesn't fly. You can't have long vowel plus n.
Aha,
Not
that
allowed.
makes sense.
Whereas in English, you can have I eaten. You can have like wind. I eaten at the end of a syllable. You can have like that sequence. That does not fly in Japanese.
Uh-huh. Yeah, English has that all over the place. Just all these thick words,
Mm-hmm.
thick
Yeah, and
combinations of words.
that's why when a Japanese person says it, it might sound like uaindo. Like they might pronounce it as like almost four syllables. Because in Japanese, you're not allowed to have all that on top of each other. Like that's not how the brain Japanese trains the brain to think of the underlying phonetics. Like in
Yeah.
English, the dain, we easily say it as like rhyme. Like it's all just one giant blob. Where in Japanese it gets like separated out.
Yeah. Well, like even my name, Caroline, right? It wouldn't be that. It would be Caroline,
Should be
right?
kerorain, rain.
Caroline.
It'd be
So,
five syllables maximally, though usually in is pronounced in practice as one syllable.
mm,
The n at the end used to be much more heavily articulated because in most cases it was originally mu or nu. Like it was like it'd be like kerorain in like very old timey Japanese. Like even
interesting.
the mu, but u is always has not always but very long been weakly articulated in Japanese
Hmm.
because u and e they're weaker sounds than e or a just
Okay.
inherently because e is basically just y as a syllable and u is wa as a syllable, so they're I said before very close to being consonants already.
Okay. That makes sense. We always learn something from you.
Oh,
Always constantly being schooled by the guru.
okay.
Well,
Let's let's do the song before we run out.
yeah. So finally, I don't have to rush off anywhere, although I don't think this is going to take that long. And I
Yeah.
won't hold everybody up when it's easy. Oh, there's Nakama. Hey, Nakama.
It's actually lucky that we're a week off now because I'm going out of town next week.
Ah, that's perfect then. I knew there was a fated reason that happened.
Yeah, so I can go to Atlanta. Well, I mean, I would have done it anyway and just said it here, figure it out. And I would have done with what I did with um what is it? What was the name of that one?
Yes, I love Lucy. Lucy is best girl. Although
What's it
Erza
called?
is fun.
Don't you get Oh,
Say,
Avid. Like I did with Avid. I'm like, here it is. Figure it out.
yeah, it's like boom. Well,
I did that with
your
Mixed
stuff,
Nuts
like
too.
we get each other's styles now, so you write stuff that I understand pretty quickly these days.
Yes. Now this
Mm,
one was not like this one wasn't hard. So
don't talk to me about the aqua scene. No. That was
stop
so sad.
distracting her, Nakama. We only have limited time.
So we were just talking about the lack of nipples on the female characters in fairy tale.
Okay. I find
So
drawing the characters without them. I guess it simplifies the design
probably equal
because it's like a
opportunity.
little. Well, that's fine. Now song.
Hey, outer space, thanks for coming. We're just about to start this, and you want to do it the usual way? I'll sing through it first.
Yes, I'm way too congested to sing anything.
Aw, are you sick again?
I'm allergic to everything.
Ah, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Oh,
Yeah.
all right, here we go.
Mhm.
Chasing your dream through forests so deep, you strayed into deep woods in your soul. From mirrors appear, these waters so clear, reflected your distorted smile. And though your tears once overflown like now, having no silver and oh no gold, no more than common tears glow. Let me stop there, because I think you'd meant for
These
the
for what?
Japanese parts to replace the
Sort of.
English parts, right?
I was thinking that you could just like echo it behind the English if you wanted to keep it,
Oh, okay. That could be a nice effect.
because smile is here one syllable. The Japanese word for smile is warai or warai, because don't cry and nak na will echo. Right from my eyes, sobokara will echo. So that way there's no information loss, but there's a nod to the fact that it was in two languages.
Oh, Nakama, you gotta go. All right. Thanks for popping by. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your
Because
day.
because while I like reversing the languages, I also don't like information.
Uh-huh. Okay, so yeah, that those will be little echoes there. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let me pull back
I,
and try. What were you gonna say?
no, I just put in the kanji for seimei.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
That's
Let's
it's
see.
that.
Tears once overflowed, having no silver and oh no gold, no more than common tears that flow from mine. And though the gods won't break, I have a dream I'm chasing, chasing, go past the extreme to the best now there ever was. The one we're chasing, chasing, pictured in mind, becoming our true selves, awaken the fire inside. Hey, hey.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's pause there. I think that worked out beautifully. There was one question I had though. Um, you have a dream I'm chasing, chasing, go past the extreme to the best now there ever was. I feel like an alternate way to say that would be a little more rhymey was to the best now there's ever been.
Let me check and see.
But I'm
Let me
not
check.
sure.
That's
There's
like
probably a
12.
yeah, there's probably a reason you wrote it like that. But I feel like it's kind of like a everything else is like nice and rhymed and working and then all of a sudden
Oh no, actually, line 12 is filler. So to the best now there's ever been. That's fine.
yeah, go past the extreme to the best now there's ever been. I feel although
Go ahead, change.
was is the better vowel to sing, but what
It's
do you
also
think?
just the. Let me see what it does in Japanese. I don't think it rhymes. A lot of it doesn't rhyme in
Yeah,
Japanese. Me rhyming it in English is just because English
just
songs tend to
because
rhyme.
I don't know. It just stuck out to me for some reason, but I know there's probably a reason you put it like this. So I'll leave it alone, but I just thought I'd raise that
Oh
as a
no, they
question.
actually do. Koero motto jibun shijo sai ko no. It should rhyme to the best now that's ever been, if you can sing it like that.
Something like that. It's closer than was, at least.
Let me see what it actually, because this line 12 is just the like to the is like the extremely best, because the word for now in Japan, or like the present time in Japanese, is ima, which is actually the beginning of the next line.
Now.
But
Yes, we need
now
the
the now
Reuthosaurus.
but but the now we're chasing sounds kind of weird in English.
Yeah.
I had to rearrange this kind of a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Not,
I could
lines
see
9
that
and
being a
10 in
problem line.
Japanese are actually the same thing as line 64 and 65, almost, but it doesn't form an intelligible sentence if you translate it into English in the same way.
Uh-huh.
One word is changed. Ima is changed to toki, which means time. Also, technically, 9 and 10 are one idea, and then it shifts to talking to the listener,
Uh-huh. Yeah, I saw that.
I think.
Mm-hmm. No, I
Let me
agree.
actually check. Now, let me check something. I need to check the particle ro when it applies to a verb. It's usually an old-fashioned imperative, but ro, long o, can mean let's do this. I want to make sure that's not a variant.
Okay.
Because sometimes you get short vowel variants. Because she also says sayonara with a short o, which is a variant of sayona with the long o.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, because it's sayo means in this fashion. The character sa is it's actually the direction left, I believe, but it means like this, like gesturing towards something near you.
Mm.
Yo is like in yo ni, or you may know yo na. Yo means like, similar to,
Uh,
or resembling. Yo na is the adjective. Yo ni is the adverb.
Yume no yona, da, 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 da. That's another one we need to do one day. I've gotten like
Oh,
3 calls to do the full length version of that.
okay. It is the imperative. I can't find any. Let me check one more thing, but I'm pretty sure it is the imperative.
And Richard, you may think your cover sucked, but I think we all need to have more confidence in our covers. And we get better with each cover we do. So, yay to building our skills. That's kind of why I do these live streams is to, show the process and how much work it is. People don't understand how much work putting these covers together
Okay.
are.
Okay. As far as I can tell, I was not mistaken. It was the imperative. So let's go past the extreme to the best now that's ever been. I mean, I guess that it's actually a sonal, not a rhyme, but it's close enough.
Yeah, and I just thought that would be a quick way to kind of get it to mesh a little better. But if you think of an
It's
actual rhyme that's better, feel free.
well, eam is not that common. It's like dream, seem, scheme. That's not rare,
I mean, we could
but I
be
could think
totally like
no.
the way that you hate and add in the word dream there.
Oh no, we just used it. It's in line 10. Masayume means a dream come true or a true
Right.
dream. That was that one was unavoidable.
To the best now I've ever dreamed. Just
I
add the
mean,
word dream in everywhere.
I mean, if Masa if it weren't redundant, it might not be that horrible in this context because that's what the song is actually about. But the word would repeat too close to each other, so no, bad Caroline, bad.
Oh, you know what we could do? To the best now I've ever seen.
Now you're being silly.
Well, I mean, the line
That's
is kind of that way.
it's it is, but I don't know. That sounds weird. Let's leave it alone.
Okay, so you think that's ever been is going to
Mm-hmm.
be working well
It's
enough?
it's good enough for now.
Okay, cool. So we did the na 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 na. Let me back up just a little bit and we'll continue. This is great. Search through the world, my hero. Hey, awaken the fire inside my life. Hey. Makes me wanna sleep, but I am listening. I can hear you softly cry. Anyone who dreams within these woods of need has eyes upon the azure blue sky. Me, I won't turn back, not I, goodbye. The name of solitude is a poison, most vile of blue perfume, with sweetest spine. From the sky into a world of full blossom. My breath changing, go past the extreme to let your vision held so deep. The picture changing, changing, just as you dreamed. The granted desire shine bright as the fire inside. Okay, let's talk about that. I think for the most part it worked out great. I just need to remember to shove in the it. Actually, I'm going to leave the parenthesis there so that my brain doesn't forget. Okay.
Yeah, you actually figured out anyone who dreams within these woods of need. I forgot the word these, and you figured out that it was supposed to be there.
I was going to apologize for making a mistake, but it felt like it needed it for some reason as I was singing it. And so I did it
I,
reflex. It was my reflex.
I was like, oh, I forgot to type that word, and you figured it out. Wow.
See, we're on the same wavelength. Only
I'm
you
not
know how
sure
to
if
write for me.
doom, despair,
Doom and despair. We're getting to the good part
mild,
here.
mild inconvenience. That was actually my favorite song part of the song.
This one? Yeah.
Yeah, because I got it to go. Not I, vile, spice, sky.
Yeah.
I. Also,
So
bloom,
cool.
perfume, ooh, ooh.
I
Like, there's
love
lots
it.
of internal ooh sound. Name, most. Just got the good vowels. Won't. I got so many good vowels in that section.
Yeah. It's just really that was your section, it seemed. Whew.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yes. And 50 through 59 are the rap.
Yep.
60 through 63 are my revenge for that.
You're so mean.
So, sh- sh-
So
well,
mean.
actually, just 60 and 61, actually. 62 and 63 give you good vowels too.
It's true. It's true.
It's not my fault English has so many sounds. They're like the most common sound in the language.
How is that the truth? It seems so weird. I would never think that, but it's true. It must
Seem
be true.
so it's um it's a well, first of all, I think this might be the most common sound because it's the plural marker. And it's also the possessive marker.
Ugh.
Like any plural will end in or except for those few rare words that don't. Or like how there are some words, a lot of them borrowed from languages like Japanese. Like you would say they were 10 samurai, not 10 samurais. Or though that doesn't always apply because you probably say they were 10 katanas.
There's
Because that
exceptions
word
to
is,
every rule.
I think katana is more assimilated than samurai. I've also heard ninjas, like multiple ninjas, but for some reason not multiple samurais. Samurais sounds weird.
It does. I think it's just English people are more used to doing those, like ending the words like that in specific cases. I don't know why, but it feels more
That's
natural.
probably because is a common enough ending in words in English already, like
Mm.
sofas and pastas, but words ending in I that are that long are rare, and usually it's I's like ISE or IZE, the verbal ending, or a conjugation of if I, like samurais, like sounds like to make something into a samurai, which isn't a thing. It sounds like a verb. That's probably why it doesn't. That's probably why it resists having a pluralization. Okay, so next section.
Let me see if I can find this. This is a fun thing I remember from my youth.
Make two meat, a mouse and
Aren't
a
you
mouse
still
make
young?
two mice. A grouse and a grouse make rice, grease. One buffalo, two buffalo.
What is it you're
Sounds
looking for
good.
anyway?
Give it a try.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're not listening to this, are you?
No.
One buffalo,
No, I
two
cannot listen to
buffalo.
it.
I don't think
I will get too bogged down with my own voice.
These are too cute. Well, you'll look at the stream later on and you'll see what I meant.
Oh, with
Okay.
some
Hmm?
two buffalo. That's not the plural of buffalo. You know what? Does everyone remember that Carrie is short? Because she is really short. She's
I'm
like 5'2".
shrinking.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, she
I
escaped the
must.
microbiology lab. She's she's actually a microorganism.
I'm an object of study. Shortness study. How's that for S's? Oh, okay.
All right, now let's
I
get through the bad part.
yeah. Let's see. Mm-hmm.
You're the one who has to get it out of your face.
Whoa, this life's too hard to see. Who is it that you even really are? Wake up, then you make up. Every day it's on repeat until you fade out. Think you're chiming like that? No way, baby. No way, baby. Slip away. You can never awaken. Okay, yeah, we're gonna try that again. I think it works.
I mean, the syllables fit. I, I just chopped that bit out if I was singing it. Like,
All right, here we go. Hey, whoa, this life's too hard, you see. Who is it that you even really are? Wake up, then you make up. Every day is on repeat until you fade out. Think you're chiming like that? No way, baby. If you slip away, go. Never awaken. Yeah, what do you think? I'll practice that, of course.
suffer.
Suffer. I hate you.
It's not my fault that the song means what it does. You
Okay,
choose these.
I do. I do. So All right, we'll finish out the song, I guess. Let's see. I think the rest of it's pretty
Doom.
good.
Yes, the next line is the punishment.
Think of time like that. No way, baby. The splendor of the risen sun shall show your eyes how to see. That same future you saw on that day opens its hands up to you. Understand we're chasing dreams beyond the extreme to the best now that's ever been. The one we're chasing, pictured in mind, becoming our true selves, awaken the fire inside.
And that's it.
Yep, that works. Oh, this is exciting. This was an easy song. I need to give you more of a challenge.
You gave me work.
We need more like that, don't we?
No.
Richard knows how to do this rap in Japanese from memory. Oh, that is cool. Go, Richard.
No, I don't need more like work. Work was worse than Akuma no Ko.
You finally find something to rival Akuma no Ko.
Oh, work wins the award for hardest so far, hands down.
We still have to have an awards show. I think I'm going to plan on having that for the new year. I'll be able to get my act together by then. We'll plan on like having a big party. We'll get together and hand out awards to the songs.
That one so far is my pick for hardest.
Yes.
Unless you have, though, most unexpectedly difficult to sing. The thing you thought would be easy that wasn't.
Yeah, the work was not that bad singing wise. The rap was a little challenging, but I've done Bring Back, so that didn't. every rap after Bring Back has been just like, okay, I can handle this. But yeah, I wonder which would have been my hardest one to sing. I have to think on that. I'll get back to you.
What's the one you, let's see. What do you think was the easiest one to sing, first of all?
Easiest one to sing. Let me pull up some of the recent ones. I think Tsuki no Mayu actually was very comfortable.
Though it requires enormous lung capacity.
Yeah. Let me see. I want to go to my other channel.
Tsuki no Mayu was actually, to me, deceptively hard.
Don't
just
do
because of how
this
much lung capacity.
complications from Durara. That rap was hard even for me. Oh my goodness.
We're not doing it. Don't worry. We're not doing it.
No. I won't like really do rap. Let's see. Without Love was very comfortable for me. Escalate scared me, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Escalate was fun. I enjoyed that.
I'm trying to think.
That was probably my biggest departure from the actual text. World Without Andami.
Real Folk Blues gets my award for my favorite.
Oh, that's a tough act to beat.
Overall.
That's one of the best ones in the history of all anime, though.
Oh, okay. Do you know what gets my award for kind of difficult to sing?
What?
Awake. And that one was really complicated because the range of that one was ridiculous, and I had COVID when I recorded it.
Okay, well, that you had COVID is not fair to the song. That was one of the ones where I had to be careful to make sure the vowels were in the right places.
Yeah.
Because the line, oh, the light still here, in Japanese is unextinguished light. It's like that word is so mushy, and she's going to complain 10 different ways about it.
Stone Ocean was hard.
Stone Ocean is not my fault.
Yeah, that was not your fault. Here was a little bit hard. Any Jinna song offers its complications.
Oh yeah, June.
The
Here
here,
was the last one that wasn't just me translating it and handing it to you. I think
mm-hmm,
like you fought me on that one. That was the
yeah.
last. I think that was the last one you fought me on. But I had I had a lot of trouble with it because I was just like really starting to do them fully then, like just starting to do the
Right, because most of the stuff before that we either collaborated or it was me.
yeah.
Oh, there's Bursty Greedy Spider. That one made me bleed. Oh, that one did not like my throat at all.
Yeah, that one is mostly not my fault.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'll have to look even more at these and see. Ooh,
Of all the ones we've done together, I think the easiest one to translate might have been Hello Shooting Star
mm, that's
or
such a pretty
Kigeki
one.
or maybe Mixed Nuts. A lot of that like jazzy bluesy like that period was very easy.
Yeah. Say hello shooting star gets my award for prettiest, like most soulful, like
That gets my
yeah.
award for the best thing that people slept on.
Seriously, most underrated. Mixed Nuts was so much fun. I could see where people would like comedy better though. Um,
I actually like comedy better.
yeah, most people did. And that's kind of sad because Mixed Nuts was that was not an easy thing to put together and I thought I nailed it, but people
Oh
kind of
no,
slept on that one too.
oh no! I mean, just as far as the songs go, I just like comedy better as a song.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm an ending theme singer. What can I say? I love all the ending themes.
Oh, also harder than I thought it was going to be. Deep down,
I could see that. I could see that.
it was it was difficult to preserve its rhythm, like because you know how it goes fukai fukai, then something else, and
Yeah, it
then
has like
awai
this.
awai something else. It has this rhythm to it.
Yeah, it's very like soupy, very.
Soupy, I like that description.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, it
very
is.
it's not solid. It's not. It's very loose, very liquid.
And it was at the end of the other Chainsaw period. Like the Chainsaw Man songs were like usually these depictions of weirdness and violence, and then I was like, "Oh, it's Ame. It's going to be beautiful." This, and I was like, I got into it. I was like, "This is the most depressing song
It's beautiful, yes,
ever."
but but
I was like, "Yeah, that could have stayed in Japanese."
I remember I was like, yeah, we're gonna do this other Chainsaw Man song. And you were like, another Chainsaw Man song? Oh my God. And I'm like, it's Ame. And you're like, oh, okay. All right. And then later on
But
you were like,
wonderful.
oh.
Chainsaw Man is depressing.
When you get into it, yeah, yeah, actually. It's got this facade of this like rambunctious, carefree hoodlum kind of feel to it, but it's so it's deep down, yeah.
It beats you till awake with bursts of icy rain.
Indeed.
That's the water songs are often fairly impactful. Deer was a water song too.
Actually, yeah, a lot of storms. Torches involved the stormy seas as well, but not in
Torches
all
was
the part.
Torches was both like water and fire at the same time,
Yeah.
though. I've noticed that images of fire repeat a lot in these songs.
Mm. Yeah, there's some turns of phrases that tend to repeat a lot in anime songs.
And like the fire inside was not me replacing Kokoro, it was Mune no Hi, fire in the chest.
Yeah.
Like it's a direct translation.
Well,
That's probably one of the reasons I use inner flame to replace Kokoro, because it's often associated with fire.
mm, yeah, the passion, moving forward,
Uh,
that's the kind of binary of anime songs is you either get let's go for it, we're gonna rise to the occasion, or you get the everything sucks and we've got to make it through somehow.
Tsuki no Mayu is neither of those.
That's why it's
It's
special, that's why it's weird.
because Tsuki no Mayu is not fire or water. It's light and wind.
Yeah, it's scenery,
And
it's the
and
beauty of nature.
like through your winds, through your woods where gentle winds sigh or something like that. It's actually your forest that breathes in Japanese. Tree,
Mm.
breath, metamorphosis, light.
It's
That
yeah, it's
Hello
like
Shooting
moonlight.
Star is one of those too,
Yeah.
because it's looking at the sun through the back of your eyelids. It's like the moon. It's light. It's instead of fire or water.
Yeah. I get those little sparkles of the shooting stars, in the dark, velvety sky.
Hello Shooting Star, like the English line. I thought of like back translating it in Japanese. It's mush if you try to sing it there. It's just say
Well,
konbanwa, which is like way more like miss.
oh, so you would say, why would you say instead of Hoshi?
Oh, Ryusei means shooting star. Hoshi just
Oh,
means star.
okay.
Ryu means like it, it's a kanji for Ryu means both wander and dragon, depending on the kanji you use it with. And Sei is the star kanji.
Okay. Both Wanderer and Dragon are kind of appropriate for Shooting Star because Shooting Star is obviously wandering and it looks like a dragon with its tail.
There is a Japanese word, like a native word, because Ryusei is onyomi. The Japanese word is nagare boshi, which you wouldn't fit nagare boshi. Hello, shooting star. You get 6 syllables, and nagare boshi is already 5.
Ah,
Well, it could be
interesting.
nagare boshi yo would fit there. Like just like yo is just like the exclamatory.
Hmm, wild.
Like sho o ne yo is like it's also an old fashioned way of like you put it after someone's name to let you know you're talking to them.
Cool.
Um,
Well, shall we sing this from top to bottom now?
sure. Go ahead.
Let's see. I'm going to start. All right, everybody, get ready. Here we go. Chasing your dream through forests so deep, you strayed into deep woods in your soul. From mirrors appear these waters so clear, reflecting your distorted smile. And though your tears once overflowed, having no silver and or no gold, no more than common tears they flow. And though the goddess will wake, I have a dream of chasing, chasing, go past the extreme to the best now that's ever been. The one we're chasing, chasing, picturing life, becoming our true selves, awaken the fire inside. Hey, hey, oh, the world might hear. Hey, hey. Awaken the fire inside my life. Yeah. May seem I'm a slave, asleep, but I am listening. I can hear you softly cry. Anyone who dreams within these woods of need has eyes upon the azure blue sky. From here I won't turn back, not I. The name of solitude is a poison most vile, a bloom perfumed with sweet spice. Sky into a world in full blossom. Say goodbye, you're changing, go past the extreme. To that true vision held so deep, the picture changing, just as you dream. Sorry. Granted desire, shine bright as the fire inside. Hey, na 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 na. Search through the world, my hero. And bright as the fire. Hey, whoa, this life's too hard to see. Who is it that you even really are? Wake up, then you make up. Every day is on repeat until you fade out. Think you'll chime in like that? No way, baby. Slip away, go. Gotta go. The splendor of the new risen sun shall show your eyes how to see. That same future you saw on that day opens its hands up to you. Chasing beyond the extreme to the best now that's ever been. The one for chasing, pictured in mind, becoming our true selves, awaken the fire inside. Hey, na na na. Search through the world, my hero. Hey, na 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 na. Shine bright as the fire inside. Yeah. Beautiful. It worked. So.
Oh, let me check line 70. Let me check the last lot. Shine bright as the fire inside. Just make sure I got that right.
Yeah, because it does that twice then. But that's fine. Check it and see.
Let's see. All the way at the end. It's which one? Oh, nope. It's actually.
Oh.
Okay.
Something else?
Actually, I think. Let me check. Oh, line 77 is actually awaken the fire inside.
Oh. So, wait. Where did I do that?
The last one.
This one.
I made a copy paste error.
So like that. So.
Let me check what Moyase means.
Search through the world, my hero. Awaken the fire inside. Okay.
Moyase. It actually means burn the fire inside, but that wasn't enough syllables. It's also actually line 78. I can't. What are numbers?
What are numbers? I don't know. I'm not a numbers person.
I probably have dyscalculia. I hate math. I'm not good at it.
Oh, I'm telling you.
How do you feel about this one?
I feel like this is going to be fun. I'm going to have to learn how to manage my breath a little bit. Obviously, I can't really sing out right now because I'm not in my studio and I don't want to disturb people, and I'm sitting down in a very bad posture. But we'll see what happens in the studio.
I'm both glad and upset that it feels good.
Well, there's going to be some challenges, but that part that you tried to get even with me, I can make it work. I'm used to you and your antics. Splendor of the new risen sun shall show your eyes how to see.
That's pretty weak revenge. I should have put in more heavy consonants. But that wouldn't have had the right meaning. Next time I do something original, it's going to be mush. Like you're going to have to wade through a swamp and make it sound good. Yeah. Because I know you can.
So
it's both evil and a vote of confidence.
Yeah, you can do the most evil things and you could just be like, well, I believe in you. I think you can do it. And I'll be like,
But
believe in you that believes in me.
but the thing is, I like the way the nice vowels sound,
Yeah, you
so
want it to sound good, so you're not going to do that crap.
I can't be too vindictive, or it will sound er. You usually figure out a way around it though.
I do. I can make a lot of things work.
I'm just going to write lyrics that are just no vowels, just which is a terrible sound for the microphone. I think
Well,
microphones do not like those hissing fricatives.
no, they really don't. They don't like
Like
plosives either without a pop filter.
they like and like and the
Yeah.
vowels, and that's it.
Yep, pretty much. See, the thing is,
Yeah.
being a trained opera singer as I am, my diction is really strong. And so I tend to overwhelm the mic a lot. And there's like no pop filter in the world that can stop my P's and all the rest of my plosives. It's amazing.
Well, well, that and English is a Germanic language. Most Germanic languages have had a historical tendency to aspirate their voiceless stops.
Hmm,
And the voicing of Germanic voiced stops is usually weaker than in other European languages.
that makes sense.
And it's possible that it has always been that way. Um, I believe something similar also happened in Celtic. A lot of Celtic languages have heavily aspirated plosives and weaker voicing on the voiced consonants. I
Mm,
believe Irish does, notably.
cool.
And and historically, English and Irish were all up on top of each other and influencing each other. And eventually, one tried to murder the other, but
Wow.
but it didn't succeed. And we still have Enya singing in Irish
What
and whatever else she feels like singing in. I haven't heard a lot out of her these days, but I think she's
was her
getting kind of.
latest? I don't know. I know she put out some sort of Christmas thing, and there was Dark Sky Island or something like
Dark
that.
Sky Island, which was that was 2015. That was 8 years ago. But Enya's getting up there in age. She doesn't look like it, but I'm pretty sure she's already in her 60s.
Girl can sing. Wow. So
And she's either the fountain of youth or has a very good plastic surgeon because she's 62.
that's pretty amazing. It's hard as a performer to take care of yourself. She must, you know, not let people abuse her schedule,
Oh,
which is hard
she
to
is
believe.
she is well known for that. She does not tour. She rarely gives live performances. Granted, it's I think one of the reasons she was able to get away with that early on is one, because people loved her music and were willing to buy the records, even without her having a live performance. And two, her style is such that it is extremely difficult to perform live
Mm. Yeah, I mean, all
because
those layers upon layers.
she's basically like whole thing is she records herself and basically makes herself into a choir of Indians.
I used to call
So
that the
she
Enya filter. It's like I could not figure out how to do that way back in the day.
the trick is you have to just record yourself over and
And
over and over.
nothing but overdubs all day long, baby. You think overdubbing it once is enough? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh
Keep
no,
going.
Enya sometimes overdubs herself hundreds of times.
I would give anything to look at her DAW, to look at her file of what her recordings look like, what her track, how she tracks it. Like, I would give anything to look at that.
I'm not sure.
I don't think these people make it publicly available, but I'm curious. It's
I
gotta
know
be.
I know the she who must not be named, who I used to be friends with. It is unfortunate I had to like stop being friends with her.
Mm,
Knew how to do that.
mm. It's
Like
like,
people of questionable morality are still capable of making good art.
yes. Well, technically, I know how to do that now. Like, I mean, I do overdubs all the time, but I just don't take it to that level. I'm too lazy. It takes a lot of
Well,
effort.
well, you also only have so much time to work with.
It's true. It's true because not only do you have to take the time to record it and record all those takes, but they have to be good takes. And then you have to take all the time. If you want it to sound really tight and cohesive, you've got to make sure they're timed and tuned perfectly. Um,
And that other person, I believe, also has perfect pitch, which I don't think either of us has.
ah, blessing and a curse.
I don't know. Do you have perfect pitch? I know I don't.
No, I have darn good relative pitch in most cases because I'm a trained musician. I mean, but
Well, yeah, it's
perfect pitch, no, no. Occasionally, I will look at a piece of music, and if they like bump it up like a third or down a third, like I can tell that the notes on the page are different than what I'm hearing and what I'm singing, and that can throw me off sometimes. But that's not perfect pitch. Like I can't hear a tone and be like, "Oh, that's a C4," you know? Like I can't do that. No. I know people that can though. I do have another friend who has perfect pitch. And it's like when they're involved in like a cappella situations and the pitch tends to like drop, it bothers them so much. Like they can't stand it. Um, and then of course they hear things like the humming of the electricity that has pitch to them. Or like if you get the ringing in your ear, like my friend was telling me, oh, it's nothing but E. It's an E.
Eesh.
And I can't like not think of that. So like
Nice
it
to
can be
know
very disturbing.
that tinnitus has a pitch.
Yeah, I mean most everything has pitch. Your percussive sounds, have they don't you don't register it as a pitch, but they have a multitude of different frequencies that get activated. But
So
things,
can they hear like pitch in like you said electrical humming? Like does
mm,
the air conditioner running have pitch to them?
yeah, it can.
And like rain?
Rain is probably
So,
more percussive. That probably isn't one solitary pitch.
but basically all steady noise has pitch.
Yes.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, but it's also strange to conceive of it that way.
Yeah, it's a very weird phenomenon. And there's still a debate. Like some people say it's absolutely innate. You have to be born with it or it's not real. Other people are like, well, I trained myself to have perfect pitch, and I do have perfect pitch. These people would say. And I guess you can
Um,
train yourself to a certain extent. Um,
well, think about it this way. I imagine it's something you're either born with or can learn to do, but only certain people. Because I can't roll an R.
hmm,
Some people are genetically incapable of rolling R's.
hmm. I do believe
And
everybody has a unique, like brain structure and tendencies towards one thing or another, you know.
and some people will be physically stronger than others. Like
Hmm.
if you're 6 feet tall, you're usually stronger than if you're 5 feet, because there's more of you to push something around and you have more leverage.
Yeah, you have the possibility of just flat out weighing more.
Weight moves weight. Is how I've heard it put had it put.
Unless you're doing Aikido and then it's technique. But hey, I got a
Weight is
treat
even
for you.
oh, what is it?
You want to hear the near finished Tsuki no Mayu?
Um, I'll have I'll have to go off of Discord to do that. Or no, I won't. I can just unmute the screen. Just let me know when you're ready to play it.
Yeah. You think you'd want to hear it now?
Yes. It's like
Oh.
one of my favorite anime songs.
All right. All right, everyone. I'm going to play this. I'll give you a little treat here at the end of the stream. Here we go. This is Tsuki no Mayu. I may still tweak it a little bit, but this is pretty much what the mix is going to sound like. So here we go. Above the ridge, the moon shines full, and through your woods sigh gentle winds tonight. Near where in summer's grass now you slumber, half hid in the hay, your face adored, and that dim star from far away, a silver tear that from this earth did fall, and these chrysalides that now pupate, they will change their shapes 7 times in all. Dyed in blue, la la la, la la la. Cherished cocoons will change one final time. Swallowed as it merges by. Soon, yes soon, they will shroud all the sky with their wings powdered with infinity. Let your living something brilliant be. It's so pretty. I added in some ad libs. Nice echo and reverb going on. If that same moon were one with you, but with no sadness on your soul transcribed, you would watch o'er this world ever changing, yet you would never grieve, just softly fly. Wings unto la la la, la la la. Sing out the ballad on the moon's cry. Swallows as it merges by, breaking song in the trembling eve. Soon they'll traverse the very galaxy. Let your dancing dyed in blue. Upper harmony there, very subtle. Cherished nice little background ad-libs. One final time. Swallowed as it merges by. Soon, yes soon. Even if I want to make those louder, they will shroud all the sky with their wings powdered with infinity. Yeah, so that's it, baby. I'm going to make the ha-has just a little bit louder. Not too much, though. Okay, Ryu, what did you think?
Wow, that that's so layery.
It is, isn't it?
It's like a cake.
Yes. There's a lot going on, especially towards the end where it gets super dramatic. Um,
As far as the ad libs go, I wouldn't make them louder. I like it because in the original, the main vocal is the vocal point.
yeah, yeah. That's why I kind of kept them soft. I won't make them much louder than this if I do decide to make them louder. And this is still in kind of draft form. I may tweak it a little bit more, but it's mostly ready to go, as you can hear.
And at the end, I was like, "Yes, show off."
You like
Like
that
I
little
wouldn't have,
ad lib there?
I wouldn't have minded if there was a bunch of like operatic undertone all through.
Ah, yeah, I didn't want to change the whole piece, but we have its little sections building up. We
I
have
didn't
our
realize it.
solid note, our somewhat wiggling note, and then we go all out at the end.
It's a very tentative song. Like it's like there's a sense of hesitation to the piece of music itself.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's
like a little like carefully creeping through the forest woods at night kind of feel, especially in the verse parts.
mhm.
Chorus is
So
very strong, but the verses are very soft and like deliberate, very careful.
though the butterflies in the actual anime are not literal butterflies. They're actually technology destroying nanotechnology
Oh, I see.
that blasted the world back into like the Stone Age at one point, and by the time we actually get to the narrative present, we're only in about 1800 in terms of technology. Except some things like radio have been recovered,
Interesting.
but but people who dwell in space are still high tech.
Okay.
And the lady you sometimes see like with the oddly like futuristic clothes, she's basically Queen of the Moon
Oh, okay.
in the art, and the main character is her kind of subordinate. And at the end, it's implied that she's been like over the story, she's been put into cryo sleep so many times that while she still looks young, it's basically prematurely aged her organs. So
Oh,
it's implied that she's probably going to die very young after the story concludes. It's actually very sad.
oh, that is really sad.
Mhm.
These shows always have their undertones of melancholy.
And this Gundam is a lot less death ridden than most of them.
It's like this isn't the worst of them.
No, I understand that Tomino, who was like the Gundam writer for years and years, he was severely depressed. So at the end of like most Gundam series, he like goes on a murder spree on the characters.
Oh,
Like usually by the end of a Gundam series, most of the cast will be dead. But
ooh,
that's kind of what war is. By the time you're done, there
yeah.
are so many dead people,
War
and
be
nobody's
bad,
better
yo.
off. Yes, it's like the what a lot of people it helps to bring into focus how it is the last resort of last resorts.
Hmm.
Like any victory in war will be a Pyrrhic victory.
Yeah. Whew. What a crazy beautiful song to go along with all that.
Oh yes, like Tsuki no Mayu is the perfect like encapsulation of the series because the you in the song is presumably Diana, the Queen of the Moon.
Hmm.
And like if that moon were one with you but with no sadness on your soul transcribed, because she has a sad story too. Like
Uh, That
We
all
should
makes sense.
someday, if we ever meet up in real life, we should actually watch Turn A Gundam together and see if you like it.
I probably would. You know me, I'm not picky about my anime. Um,
It's long though; it would take a few days.
mm, those long series, they don't make them like they used to, do they?
I think it's a 50 episode. It's
Okay,
just
that's
one
not so
season, but it's
bad.
50, but it's 50. It's really good though.
Yeah, a little bit much to binge, but like it's still not bad. It's
I
no One
binged in
Piece.
like a week. Oh, One Piece is the one that terrifies me. I've read part of the manga. It's very interesting. It's cute. It's fun. It's long.
Oh my goodness. People who are into it just love it so much. And I'd love to get into it myself, but it's just like, oh.
I don't think we've ever touched One Piece together.
No, no, we have not.
I don't know
So
any of the music from it though, so
there's some fun themes I've heard. I was asked to collaborate on one back in the day. I forget who did I collaborate with on that? It's probably on my playlist, but it was really fun. Um,
it's way back in the archives
yeah,
of.
I think that was before I was even really using Logic all that much.
It was back when you were Soggy Flower, probably.
Yeah, actually. So
Do you ever miss the name?
I I do because that is who I am, you know. That's I picked that name for a reason, but like I didn't want to confuse people. It's like when I tell people, "Oh, my channel is Usagi Flower," they're like, "What? How do you spell that?" You know? So it's just so much easier to be like Caroline makes music.
Yeah, I just scrolled down to the very bottom of the some of these covers are 12 years old.
Yeah, we started
We
what
did
in 2010?
You started in 2010. I
Yeah.
started like a year ago.
Oh, we ain't getting younger, are
You did
we?
you did 1,000 words from Final Fantasy X too.
Yeah, that was one
But
of my very first covers, actually.
also the high point of that game. That's one of the most memorable scenes in that game, which was otherwise kind of mediocre.
So good. I need to redo that. And I also need to do what is it? Suteki dane?
Yeah, there's actually an
Suteki
original Japanese
dane.
version of 1,000 words, though I'm not sure I could translate it better than what's already been done. As far as I can
Mm.
tell, it's actually pretty accurate in the official version.
Oh, okay. So it's not like Utada Hikaru creating like two
No,
different sets of lyrics. Okay. Because I wasn't sure
no, the
how
most
accurate it was.
I mean, I'd look over it and see if I wanted to nitpick it. I think the biggest change I can remember is that Silver Wings in the original was actually shiny, which is a detail so trivial that even I'm not going to quibble over it. I'm assuming, I'm assuming silver sounds better than shining.
Yeah.
Suspend,
Silver wings.
suspended on silver wings. I bet you hated that line.
And it's in the high part too. Suspended on silver wings. Oh Lord.
Is pretty close as far as consonants go. Isn't that far off of a vowel because it's the devoiced form of j, which is very close to y, which is e.
Yeah, it's true.
So the hissing sibilants, they're pretty close to being vowels, and they're very. I think that's one reason they're so thick because they want to take up space like a vowel does,
Uh-huh.
except they're consonants.
Wow.
Well,
That
you
makes
did a lot
sense.
of like random things back in the day.
Oh my God. Yeah, I did anything and everything back then.
Wait, you did a song from Scooby Doo on Zombie Island,
Yeah, I did.
and you did one from Linkin Park.
Yeah, I sang Linkin Park.
You were so much more random back in the day. And then there's a zillion Sailor Moon things.
Of course.
because of course, yes.
This is my channel. My channel is basically a Sailor Moon channel.
No, it isn't. We haven't touched Sailor Moon in ages.
No, we haven't. It's about time we get back to it.
Then it skips from like 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6. Well, Steven Universe is way older than I thought it was. 5. Wait, I know there was a gap in here somewhere. 12, 11.
Yeah, the gap was about 2 years. I remember it was about 2014 that I started slowly putting up stuff again.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's 4 years old. Then
And
there's 5.
when I moved to Florida, I kept up with Music Mondays, but I didn't post any true covers then for a few months. But it wasn't a whole
Oh,
year. It wasn't a real big hiatus then. But like through 2012, like late 2012 through 2014, I was on hiatus.
you can tell the different the new songs from the old ones. You switched formatting between Weathering with You and Long Shot.
Ah, yeah. I was trying all kinds of different stuff, and you're gonna see some more changes coming around too. We're trying to find the winning combination.
I don't think the thumbnail formatting is. Never mind, it is important. I was gonna say I don't think it's that big a deal, but it kind of is.
It shouldn't be that big a deal, but you know, a lot of people base whether they click on something if the on whether or not the thumbnail is flashy.
And then there's the April Fool's song this year. This is clickbait.
I have to say, I am friggin' proud of that one. That was like the best video I have ever made.
That was impressive.
I went all out
Like,
for that.
like you had all of the Hana shots, like the chainsaw one, the overdose one. I can't believe you did that with overdose too.
We got
Like,
swimsuit Hana-chan.
like I was shocked by that one.
Y'all were asking for it.
I wasn't.
You're just having such fun on the beach.
I mean, whatever
Oh,
makes her fictitious little heart happy, I guess.
exactly. We had to give her a beach vacation. She deserved it.
Oh, and there's Hoshika Oyogu. People slept on that too. That one was
Yes.
so good.
Oh my God, that one was probably the best like music
Wait,
wise that I had done up to that
it
point.
actually now it actually has more views than Bring Back and Kigeki. I'm kind of shocked.
That
Wait,
is surprised. I thought Kigeki had a ton of views. Hoshiguro
Hoshika
Yogu.
Oyogu is up to 1.6 thousand. Like it
Okay.
outdid De Messiah, it outdid Bring Back, it outdid Mixed Nuts,
Yeah.
it outdid A Cruel Angel's Thesis. People are sleeping on that one too, even though
Yeah.
it's evergreen. And there don't seem to be a lot of English versions of it.
It's really a shame. Who knows what people want?
I don't. Like
Evidently,
if
I
you leave
don't
your
either.
marketing, if you leave the marketing to me, um, wow, Escalate did not do that well. Neither of
Yeah.
the Near songs did that well.
I know, that was surprising.
Like all the recent ones just have only in the low hundreds. I'm like sad.
Yep. I think there's been a change in the algorithm, and so it's like stuff just isn't getting on search.
The algorithm just hates us.
Hmm. But some things are doing better, like the amount of impressions I'm getting are starting to improve, and some of the very latest ones we've done have done pretty good in comparison to recent ones. Bless you, honey.
Deer is doing better than a luminous path, which I didn't expect to take off.
I'm happy that Luminous Path did as well as it did because it's just, you know, a random OST from Genshin, which is rather niche.
But Genshin's getting pretty popular. It's a pretty
Yeah,
high grossing game, but I guess people aren't really just looking for the song randomly with a vocal cover.
yeah. I don't think a lot of
That
people
was
are looking up Genshin's soundtrack.
and at least that will teach you never to make a joke again.
Hey, I had fun doing it. I think it's a lovely piece for my portfolio.
It is, and it's an original. No one else has it.
Exactly. Dare
I
anybody to
remember.
steal it. I will sue their ass.
I think I just settled for a takedown request. Though I remember, like, we did the first Genshin song, and then someone else did different words to that song, and they didn't even have the decency to plagiarize me, so I could get into so that I could make a big like pile of internet drama over
I know, and it's like everybody's like oohing and awing over it, and it's like, dude,
it. I just did this
I did this, and it's much better.
better, and it was much sadness.
Ugh, I have no clout.
We,
I have no social power.
we are invisible.
But it's okay. I mean, there's a certain amount of freedom that goes along with that, and I enjoy that. And I enjoy having a
Except,
chat that's easy enough to keep up with and personal.
yes, it's not even doing anything right now. That's how easy to keep up with it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, during these workshop streams, there's not too much, to comment
No,
on, but
they can get pretty active during the actual premieres, though.
yeah, during the Music Mondays, it's nice to see it going. And it's nice to see some people who don't normally get a chance to show up too. It's fun.
Yeah.
So, uh,
What do you think? What do you think your song of the year is so far?
right now I'm liking Deer.
Dear.
Right now I'm really liking Deer, but I'd have to look through and be sure of that. But I was very proud of the layering of the vocals I did in the chant parts of that song. And I was just very pleased with the way my voice sounded in that one. And I was surprised that it turned out as good as it did because I was very intimidated by that song. But it worked beautifully. It ended up sounding really good. So I do like that one.
It looks like the one. Let's see. What was the first song of the year? Maybe Chainsaw Blood? Or is that still December?
Mm. Chainsaw Blood was so much fun. First Death was also fun, but I think Chainsaw Blood was just a lot more fun to record.
It's hard to believe everything that's happened this year.
Yeah,
Chainsaw Blood was the first song of the year.
we have been very, very consistent.
Chainsaw Blood, First Death, Deep Down is a re-release of Silent Song, Overdose, River, Torches, then the clickbait song, Without Love, White Noise, Antinomy, A Luminous Path, Escalate, Kizuna no Kiseki, Dear, and then there's Work, Tsuki no Mayu. Um, um, I feel like I'm forgetting one, and this.
Yes, and there's more to come.
Wait, am I forgetting one? So the next one to release will be Work, won't it?
Yeah, Work should be releasing any day now. And then the next
Then after
video that
Work
I'll
is
be working on is Suki no Mayu.
Suki Work, then Suki no Mayu, then Masayume Chasing.
So, yep,
Then
and
whatever comes after this.
that was the Dr. Stone Where Do We Go?
I haven't even looked at it yet.
That's all right. You got plenty of time. So, and it's a pretty slow song too. It's another ending theme, so it's not, you've done Dr. Stone stuff before, so. Um,
I don't know that I have because
actually, have you? Yeah, you might not have.
no, because the last one you did was a parody of Doctor Stone, and then the one after that I think was already in English, so there wasn't anything for me to translate.
Was it? That could have been.
I think the last time you did an actual one of Doctor Stone was before I started like doing anything.
Hmm.
So I might have like directly translated a line or two.
Yeah, because it's been more than a year since I've done any Dr. Stone. But
Doctor Stone
this
is
one
new
should
to
be
me.
pretty easy. I don't anticipate it giving you too much trouble. Um,
You say that. Were you anticipating that work would give me trouble?
uh, Not as much trouble as it ended up being for the both of us. That did kind of surprise me. I knew that it wasn't going to be like super easy, but I didn't know it was going to be as troublesome as it was. Oh, oh man, I got a little bit concerned with the Where Do We Go cover coming up because um, I had commissioned RC Duo Studio to do the Masayume Chasing and this Where Do We Go instrumental, and he had completed the Where Do We Go first, but because it's a low song, I wanted him to raise it a +3, and so he
And
was
he raised
like,
it +6.
he raised it friggin' +6, and I'm like, okay, so I'll deal with it. I think I did manage to put in a plugin that lowered it like a half step, so -1, so that I could like sing it without squeaking. It'll turn out okay, but I was just like, I didn't expect him to go in whole steps rather than half steps because standard is going in half steps. That's why we use numbers like that. Um,
Wait, is he European maybe?
that could be. I think he's either Hungarian or Russian.
Because
So,
I know that like the United States, Great Britain, and the rest of the English speaking world sometimes do things kind of funky compared to the rest of the world.
mm-hmm,
Like us, the British still measure things in feet, inches, and pounds
mm.
because we have the common cultural origin in language, which has a tendency to do things kind of funky when compared to continental Europe.
Uh-huh.
And the continental European way of doing things is the one that often gets very internationalized
It's true.
because the United Kingdom is an island. We're way over here in the middle of the ocean. Australia's in the middle of the ocean. Canada's right next to us. So we're like this little insular English mess that
Yep.
does its own thing compared to the rest of everybody else.
It's like, yeah, we just ignore y'all.
Well, it's basically the two largest empires the world ever seen, the British Empire and then the United States, and it's like, yeah, we can just do our own thing for better and worse.
Oh, yep. That should be
It's
interesting. Hmm?
Yeah, we should have converted to metric years ago, and we never did.
Nope.
And the United Kingdom was like, they still sell things in quarts and gallons and stuff. And they actually use different quarts and gallons than we do because they got standardized after the split. So both
Ah.
sides standardized them a little bit differently. Like their gallons are like much larger than ours. Like a British fan was like, "You buy a whole gallon of milk." And I looked up, I was like, "Oh, an American gallon is smaller," and then it made sense. They actually still have the stone unit, which I think is like something like 19 pounds or something ridiculous like that, and they give
Interesting.
their weight in stone. Let me look up how much it actually is. A stone is 14 pounds. Like, could you like, and you give your weight in Britain in like multiples of 14? Like, why? That's weird even for like our wonky measurement
Hey,
standards.
if it makes it seem like you weigh less, sure. Oh.
Oh, it was because it was a standardization of an earlier unit that was not originally related to the others. That's why miles are weird. Miles were not originally part of our like foot inches system, and then they later got standardized by just raw conversion. So instead of 5,000 feet, it was 5,256 or something like that. How many feet are in a mile?
Making my little head hurt.
5,280 feet. Like, they couldn't just think of chopping off that little 280.
Uh,
Like, like, it's so silly. But it's because the mile was a pre-existing unit that got absorbed into our system of measurement, just as it was.
the world is silly.
I know. Yes, this world is glitchy.
Guess this world is glitchy.
Like the
Oh,
machines in Near Automata, like when they're like a mile was weight that much, like, and they're like looking at it and it's like, are you sure it wasn't this? Like I could see those machine people being like, I bet this is a typo and it's really 5,000.
yep.
But no,
Uh,
often when that reminds me of something, when you're trying to authenticate manuscripts, if you have an older one and later versions disagree with it, but the later versions make more sense, somebody tried to correct it more than likely. And the old one that doesn't make as much sense is probably an original, and it's probably more accurate.
interesting. Okay. Cool, cool.
Because if you have like a proliferation of versions that make more sense, but you have this older version that makes less sense, doesn't it make more sense that rather than this old one being some weird aberration, that this was how it was originally written, and
Mm,
somebody later took it upon themselves to correct it?
yeah. Yeah. That does make sense. So,
It's rather than assuming that the corrected version, which usually makes more sense, was there all along, because people make mistakes, and sometimes other people go behind them and correct things, whether or not they should.
hey, Richard's almost done working on the cover he was writing the lyrics for. Woohoo! Good job for you. So, all right, Ryu, I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you for your
Oh yeah,
hard work on this.
I need to start getting ready to do my evening things, I guess.
Yeah, yep. Time for dinner. Take it easy, my friend.
I'll try.
Mm,
Bye now.
yay. Well, this was fun. Both of you have a good day. Yep, yep. So I'm so happy with Masayume Chasing. This is going to be super fun. Ryu always does such an amazing job with these, saving me so much time and keeping me actually accurate. So I am going to have the best lyrics for Masayume Chasing out there. It's going to be really good. So hopefully I can record some vocals to match to be worthy of these lyrics. So yes, it's going to be so much fun. We got so many good things coming out. So yay. And we got to be thinking of what in the new season we want to do too. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Yay. Alrighty, my friends. I will see you next time. Thank you for being here. Peace. I'll see you next time.